Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The New York Knicks come into this one after a win against...
And I love the way they just came right out at them in that game, determined to attack the rim.
And when that strategy, Greg, didn't lead to layups, they usually wound up at the foul line. And I thought they shot an excellent percentage when they did get to the line.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Tony Wroten out there with a Flalo. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Porzingis in at the power forward. Here's Goose. Here's the three. Rebounded by Anthony.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him. But with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
On defense, New York, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Dub the pass to Fresh. Goes back up. He lays it in.
Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief, I think, to get those first points out of the way and actually get that first sweat and that first bit of contact in the game, because it just settles you down a little bit.
That is good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Dantley, he's covered by Wroten. 13 feet away. It's deflected. Here's Anthony. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And stolen by Wroten. Passes to Porzingis. Here's Afflalo. Drills the baseline jumper. Afflalo's got his first points of the game.
You know, the Knicks made the playoffs every season between 1988 and 2001. It's kind of strange now to see the Knicks struggle to get into the playoffs so often. Only 3 trips in the playoffs the last 10 seasons.
Here's Anthony. And it's denied. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. The Cobras checked in for Flash. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Porzingis. Jose Calderon, he's checked in for Aaron Afflalo. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Tony Wroten. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The feed to Calderon. Galloway kicks to Serafin. No luck. Gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Here's Jensen, and he lays it straight in.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And listen, the pressure is always on the Knicks to make the playoffs just because of where the team is. Being in New York can have its advantages, but it comes with expectations that your team will be in the postseason.
Comes to a close. It's the Knicks leading by just 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And a chance to hear from former number 2 overall pick Derek Williams about his focus offensively.
Just getting to the basket more, being able to finish with the defender in front of me. I think getting to the line a lot more as well. I think, getting to the line and finishing at the basket.
2 huge improvements for him. Greg, can he do more?
Definitely. He's already taken a big leap forward, and there's plenty more room for him to grow. And he could become a real beast in this league.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
Z out there with Flash, and it's the dude, and it's Big Daddy, and it's Blackman, and at the 5.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
New York shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw good from Seraphin. Mr. Clutch is checked in for Big Daddy. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Aflalo's checked in. And both free throws good for Seraphin. Here's the dude. And New York looking at who they've got. Porzingis is out there with Kevin Seraphin. Then there's Aflalo. Then there's Calderon. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. Out to the right wing. Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Blackman, the pass to the dude. From deep. The offensive rebound. It's deflected. Williams dishes to Calderon. And Aflalo kicks to Seraphin. And he gets it to go. Seraphin's got 4 this quarter.
You know, watching Aaron Aflalo, incredible form on his jumper. Excellent mid-range shooter who's made himself into one of the league's better three-point shooters, too.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Mr. Clutch has got his first 2 points of the night. Calderon with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And it's Aflalo penetrating. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Pass to Z. Here's Flash. He's guarded by Williams. Flash misses.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Now here's Williams. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Calderon passes to Seraphin. And before you now are the rookies on a roll. The hottest shooters in the last 10 games. You look at Fresh, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Porzingis doing even more. No good on the free throw. So both teams making some changes here. Second free throw, no good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
The Knicks leading by 3. Here's Roten. Rebounded by Flash.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And that one's good. Fresh. 34 seconds left in the second quarter. They set the pick. Here's Roten. Easy layup after coming off the pick. Roten's got his first points in this one.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Fresh. Here's Galloway. From deep three-point range. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Knicks lead by 1. And now we'll see.
Carmelo, I know that Coach has stressed communication.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. The biggest lead of the quarter was only 3 points as they traded baskets back and forth. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they didn't let this hostile crowd bother them at all. In fact, they seem to feed off of that hostility. Plus, sometimes when you're away from home, those distractions, your family, your friends, your fans, you can concentrate better. Okay, wait, did I just say my family, friends, and fans are distractions? Okay, let's go to the next thing. Let's go.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
I like to see them create more points in the paint. The problem nowadays is that defenses can sag in, take away angles for entry passes, quickly double. So you got to be creative. Inside screens, back cuts, drive and dish. You need to do whatever it takes to get the guy open.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. They've got Fresh. Goose out there with Dub, and there's Flash, and it's Q in at the center, locking down the middle. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Porzingis, they shoot again, and it's Lopez laying it in. Lopez has got the first bucket of the third here for the Knicks.
You know what? You can see there's momentum right now. A nice hustle play there on the glass and the finish.
And a fast break now for New York from 8. Rebounded by Flash.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And, Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season. Especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Checked in. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them.
And for Roten last season, he even took on more of a scorer's mentality. Went up in points, went down in field goal percentage. But like a boxer, he gets a little extra credit for pushing the action.
Outside Anthony. And that one goes long.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
His three-pointer's off the mark.
And, you know, talking about Roten, I think the next step in his development is to produce at the same level but with greater efficiency. Too often his highlight reel passes led to turnovers. He would gamble defensively, too. That's, to me, just a young player growing up on the job.
That's good.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
A nice shot by Porzingis.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look. And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height. He'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Catching up on the changes for New York, Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. Outside Williams. The pass to Anthony. Back to Williams. New York moving it around. That drops. Lopez has got the lead up to 7 now for New York.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
And Big Daddy picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first foul. Substitution for the Knicks. Tony Rosen.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. O'Quinn, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Here's the dude. That will count. Off target with that shot. And we've reached the end of the third. Knicks out front. They're up by 7. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Final period of play just about to start. And so here's the home team. They trail by 7. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Aflalo. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Roten in at the 1. Passes it to Dub. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup. 6 points for Fresh.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Here's Jensen. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Lopez is checked in for New York. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Porzingis passes to Afflalo. Here's Anthony, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Here's Sue. No good. And New York the other way now.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Looks to me like they hit the refresh button here in the second half after shooting less than 40% from the field before the break.
But the defense allowed them to stay in it, and now with the offense looking rejuvenated, they've got to be feeling confident. Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Brett Brown as he addressed his team. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
Jose Calderon. He's checked in for Tony Roten. And there's the whistle. That goes on Flash. That'll be his second foul of the game. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
No coverage that time. And it's an 8-point New York lead.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now Calderon. Clock at 6. From deep. But they get it back. Here's Porzingis, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's the dude. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Afflalo dishes to Calderon. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Hits it from three-point range.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans. So far in the game for Anthony, he has 9 points, and he's put one three-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc. And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
And New York making a change here. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Tony Roten, he's checked in for Aaron Afflalo. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon. Pass to Jensen. Shot to stop the run. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. And that one misses. Here's Galloway. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Let's take a look now as we give our nod to our Jordan Player of the Game. Kenny, your thoughts?
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible. He was in constant motion. He found those gaps in the D and made the most of his open looks.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.